Hello, welcome to my channel where I'm a regular person that loves fiber arts and I'm learning how to knit. In this video, follow along with me as I attempt to knit my first garment, okay? It's gonna be a knit tank top because I filmed all of this footage back in July, question mark. It's now December. Okay, I'm like a little squirrel. I've been like filming and storing away all of this like footage and never editing it and never uploading it, and I don't know what my problem is. Okay, so because of that, things are a little chaotic with all the footage, with no good intro, outro, clean break in between clips. So here we are. Okay, this is me setting the stage. Knit tank top. I'm still learning how to keep track of everything that I've made and what needles I used and when I made it and what yarn I used and blah blah blah. Okay, that's not second nature to me yet, to really like take detailed notes and keep track of what I've done. The whole point of YouTube was to be like a video log of all my projects. Then when I don't film them all, then when I don't upload them all, then it's not performing its function. Okay. No. Ah! Oh my God. Thank God, okay? Look at me. A whole page dedicated to the knit tank top. First, I have to give a shout out to the YouTube channel, Sheep and Stitch. They're so beginner friendly. Whoever runs Sheep and Stitch, you're a god. Lots of stitch pattern explanations, technique explanations, and also some video project tutorials. Thank you very much, Sheep and Stitch. They have a video. It's two videos, a part 1 and a part 2, but they're together, called How to Knit a Tank Top, Free Pattern Plus Tutorial Part 1 and also Part 2. And I was like, that's adorable. And I'm going on vacation back in August, actually. Back in August when I made this, I was about to go on vacation at the end of August, so I was like, tank top. Plus, a tank top felt like a very achievable first garment because no sleeves, okay? And maybe it like cropped a little, okay? Anyways, this tutorial was incredible. So I used 4mm circular needles and I used a cotton yarn. You'll see it. Honestly, I don't feel like it. A mystery cotton yarn from my stash. I think I've talked about this before, but most of my yarn stash is unlabeled and has been donated to me or given to me, or, I mean, I've bought a fair amount of it. I'm not going to say I haven't bought it. Most of my yarn stash is unlabeled because I used to be a crocheter and I didn't, I mean, I still am a crocheter. Hey, let's start over. Okay. I think I've said this before, most of my yarn stash is unlabeled yarn because I never had to care about fiber content before or any of the other info on a yarn label. So I'm pretty sure it was a cotton yarn though. It felt very cotton. And that's all my reasoning for that. Oh, and I knit the size 7. So on Sheep and Stitch's blog, there is a written pattern, downloadable, something that you can follow along. Anyways, I hope that this is fun to watch me make my first garment and enjoy. So I'm knitting this tank top and I'm using whatever cream color that is. It's like a parchment linen color. I'm following the video tutorial and I'm this much done. So there's like some ribbing on the sides, and it's currently at like 4 inches long, and the pattern I need it to be 4.5 inches long. And so far, just one mistake. I accidentally twisted a stitch. I can find it if I look hard enough. It's not a big. Oh, I found it. See? My attention is like not that great, but that's okay. I lost it again. It's hard to see in the viewfinder. It doesn't really matter. I did twist a stitch, so mistake number 1, but that's okay. So I'm just working on this. I have to make it a 1/2 inch longer, and then I can keep watching the video. So that's where I am right now. And I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to the knitting. I'm tired, I'm sweaty. It's kind of muggy outside today, so I need to take my sweatshirt off. And I think I need to eat something. And then I'm gonna get back to it. This is the yarn that I'm using. I'm pretty sure it's cotton. I feel like it's like Sugar Wheel or something. I forget the brand, but it's something. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's cotton. And then I just did a gauge swatch to like make sure I hit gauge for this pattern. I started with a 4mm. I made the gauge swatch and it worked. I actually kind of didn't hit gauge. I forget now. It's my little gauge swatch. It was supposed to be a 4x4 inch square. Mine was like 4x4.5. So it is going to be a little bit longer, but that's fine. I was like, that's fine. It hit the width gauge swatch, which is like what I really care about because of the size that I'm making. I want it to fit me width-wise. If it turns out to be a little long, I don't give a fart. Anyways, I've reached the point in this pattern where we are doing armhole shaping. Spooky! But I'm trying. How fun. I've been knitting like crazy. My wrist kind of hurts. Don't tell anybody. Here's what I have so far. This is my first knit garment, so I'm learning. These stitches are on hold with scrap yarn. These are armhole shaping. This is the back. So this is the armhole shaping. And then I picked up stitches, which I've never done, which turned out okay. I picked them up right here. So this is not as clean looking as I thought my nail was broken. It's not. This is not as clean looking as I would like it to be. But it's okay. It's my first knit garment, so I'm just rocking with it. I picked up the stitches today, and this is how far I've gotten. It's so many rows. It's like 32. It's like 32 rows. It's a lot. And then now these are on hold, but I tied it in a little, it's just scrap yarn, but I tied it in a bow. That's why it looks all, you know, curled in on itself. They're just on hold, but I was scared the scrap yarn would come out. And that's like my #1 fear with knitting, is if the little loops fall off of the needles. I know you can put it back, but it's just not as easy as crochet. So I'm already, I've done lifelines before. I'll do just about anything I can to help me pick up stitches, or like if they fall off. You know what I mean? Alright. This left strap is done, and these stitches are on hold. So now I have to pick up stitches on the right side. That's what the stitch marker is for. I gotta pick up the stitches from here to here and do the exact same thing, but opposite. It's a new day. It's the next day. And I am kicking knitting's ass. Watch me regret that sentence, actually. Okay. You're gonna lose your Vulcan lemon mind when you see this. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god! Yeah. Obviously, like, it's the middle of it's a whip. There's a lot going on. But last night I stayed up way too late and I made the right. I made the right strap and the armhole shaping, and then I connected the two front pieces, and I just finished the last row, I had to do 6 rows of increases for the armhole shaping once they were connected. And I just finished that. This is like my 5th project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, plus the washcloths, I guess. So this is the 6th. This is like the 6th knitting project that I've ever done, and it's a tank top. And I mean, like, there's some mistakes in it, but like, the first time I picked up stitches was this side, and I was like a little bit disappointed in how it doesn't look that good. Not disappointed, I just was like, okay, that's ugly, roger that. Hopefully I can do the other side a little bit better. And I did, except for one part. This side looks better, except for this. I don't know. But progress. And as we say in my house, practice makes progress. So I'm practicing, I'm making progress. I'm very pleased. A lot of alliteration with that. So I think the next part is to connect under the arms and then work in the round. Please, 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 please. I hate purling. I hate purling. Okay? I hate it. Knitting, I'm like, purling, I'm like, that's how I feel about both. So if I get to just knit in the round, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay? Oh, I can't wait. So that's the knitting update. Plus, as soon as this tank top is done, I'm trying to have a closed loop with the whips. Okay? Really, I'm trying my hardest. So I can't start on another project until I finish this tank top, which is fine because I'm excited about the tank top. But after this tank top is done, I want to cast on, which I've never said before because I'm not a knitter, or I wasn't before, but now I am. I want to cast on my cousin's baby blanket that I want to make. And I really want to talk about it now, but I'm not going to, but I think I'll do a sneak peek. I wanted to make the whole baby blanket in bruschetta originally. This is my original idea. But I would need 4 skeins because these are 100 grams each, and I think I need 400 grams. So I would need 4 skeins, and I only have this one skein, and it's not even all the way full because I used it for this tapestry crochet project. And so I would need to go buy 4 skeins, and also I'd have to make sure that they're the same dye lot, and I'm not really trying to buy more yarn. So I think I'm gonna try to make it work with the colors I have. I'm going for like a desert sandstorm kind of a vibe. I'm probably only going to use like one bluish color, but I just left them all out just in case. But ooh, yeah, exactly. I've got the khaki and the parchment, antique gold, bruschetta, and then just one of these. So it's obviously it's not going to be. Hold on, let me rearrange. So really, realistically, it'll be more like maybe this one, or I have that forest green. Maybe this one. I don't know. None of these are full, so it's going to be more of like a scrappy. And when I introduce a new color, I think I want to not do like a direct run out of one, attach the new one, keep going. I think I want to space it out a little. So like work a solid bit of color, and then with the next color do every other alternating row for a couple rows, and then the solid chunk of that color, and then slowly start to introduce. So you know what I mean? Do you get the vibe? But I'm really excited to get started on this, mostly just because these colors really excite me. I don't know about the green. Let's just drop the blue. I wanted like a contrast, but I mean, like, that's cute. It's giving like desert. Plus she's having a boy, and she lives in California, and she's very like boho chic kind of a vibe. Very like Sedona, or like Grand Canyon, Grand Teton. Like see, I want a color palette that is like a national park vibe, like a California national park kind of a vibe. That's what I would like to go for. Maybe the green is a good choice, actually. I feel like that's giving national park. I don't know. I'll call it my like national park blanket or something because this colorway is so cute. Anyways, I really want to get started on this, but I got to do the tank top first, which I'm still really excited about the tank top. Like I'm sure I'll get bored doing the blanket. But my hope, she's not due till October. So my hope, and it's August. So my hope is that I'll just be able to work on the blanket like in between other projects. Anyways, I'm all caught up on the tank top section and doing the increases. I just finished the last even row, and so now I need to pull up that video and see where we go from here, and I hope it's in the round. I hope it's in the round. It's the same night. It's the same day as that last clip. I just changed my shirt because I'm going to bed soon. Okay. I told myself I would knit until the end of that skein. It's 2 a.m. I haven't finished the skein. I haven't finished a single skein. Technically it's a cake, but who cares? Since I started this project. I'm blown away at how far knitting goes. Knitting uses, as a general, knitting uses less yarn than crocheting does. And I knew that. This is my first knit garment. So I knew it in my brain, but I didn't know it in my heart. And I'm learning it in my heart because this shit is crazy. My skein has been in this. I made this bag. Let me just show you. Should I take it out? It's kind of annoying, but I don't know how to show you if I don't take it out. That is like bare bones. It is like bare bones in there. Every time I look, there's still yarn in here. I'm so baffled. I'm just so baffled at how far the yarn is going. Let me show you how much progress I've made so far. Let me just get myself situated here. My God. This is how much I've gotten done. I had to cast on 7 stitches under each arm per the pattern's instructions for I don't know, underarm shaping or something. I'm just following the pattern for my size. Wow. I have to keep going. It's just even rows at this point. Plus the sides are like 1 by 1 rib down. Can't see it, too far away. Doesn't matter. So there's no increases or decreases or anything yet. It's just even rows all the way down until from the armpit, the bottom of the armpit hole. See, right now it's about 2 inches. Needs to be 9. 1 row takes me about 17 minutes. Oh, I'm not gonna do the math because that's not gonna help the situation to calculate like, oh, it's gonna take me 52 hours. Cool. I just don't, I'm not mentally prepared to handle that kind of devastation. Plus, I think my tension is too tight. I really think my tension is too tight. I like can't help it, and I don't know how to fix it, and I don't know if it's that much of a problem other than kind of hurts my wrists. But like, I don't know how to fix it. Also, I don't think halfway through a project is the place to fix it. But I don't know. It's only my knit stitches that are too tight. My purl stitches are too loose, but I actually think my purl stitches are like okay. If I can get my knit stitches to match the purl stitches, I think that would be better, because this is a really like compact fabric. The drape is great, but I just think my knit stitches are too tight. So I'm not sure how to fix that, but hopefully it'll resolve itself. I'm gonna get back to knitting. Okay, bye. How do I even say this? I just finished knitting through my first cake of yarn for this project. I just feel like this is incredible. This equals this. I just think that's crazy. Okay, here's the pit hole. This is just 1x1 rib. Also, I had made another mistake. You have to cast on 7 stitches under the arm when you connect it in the round. And so I had to learn how to cast on stitches, which is fine. And on one side I did 7, on the other side I did 6. And like, my worst nightmare knitting is dropping stitches, or like having to frogging, spooky, and then like dropping stitches and making sure they get put back on the right way, spooky. So anyways, I was just winging it. I just did an M1R or M1L, or I did one of those. I just did an increase instead of frogging it back to cast on the right number of stitches. I'm not doing that. So I just did an increase and then like rocked with it. So, and it's under the armpit. Who cares, you know? So it's a little fugly. See? Oh, there's a lot going on. It's fine. Anyways, besides that, this section has to be 9 inches or 2 inches less than however long you want the garment to be. I'm like scared to measure it. It can't be more than 5 inches. Yeah, because it's 4. So it's 4 inches. It's a lot of knitting. It takes me about 17 minutes per round, whatever. Oh my god. And it's a lot. There's a lot in here. Like, just an approximation. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, lost count. There's 8 rows per inch, and I need 5 more inches, so I need 40 more rows. It takes me about 20 minutes per row. I need a calculator, because if this is about to take me 800 minutes, I'm gonna start tweaking. I need 8 rows in 1 inch, and I need 5 more inches. So 8 times 5 is 40, and it takes me 20 minutes to do 1 row, which is 800 minutes, and I'm going to divide that by 60 to see how many hours. That's going to be almost 14 hours. 14 hours of continuous knitting. Oh my god. So what I'm hearing is that I could do this in a day. All I have to do is knit for 14 hours straight, and then I could wear it tomorrow. Hi, hello, sorry the table got bumped. I think it's been a week. I kind of don't know, of me working on this knitting project. It's been a couple days since the last time I checked in, probably 2 days. I don't know. It's Wednesday. I don't know when I checked in last. Do you? Didn't think so. Here is the progress I've made so far. Also, if anyone has any tips for how to DIY needle stoppers, like, what is it? I could Google it. I totally could just look it up. But please, if you have suggestions, because I just get nervous sometimes, like dropping my project in a project bag. Like, am I gonna lose stitches? Anyways, here's what I have. So far, progress shot. I have a fabric measuring tape from my days of working at Victoria's Secret. Shout out. Horrible job. I measured from the top of my shoulder down to like my belly button, because that's where I like my cropped pieces to hit me, is like right at the belly button, because I'm more of like a high-waisted shorts kind of a girly. And it was 20 inches. Focus from the seam of my t-shirt over my boobs down to my belly button. It's like 20 inches ish. The pattern says to knit in the round until it's 2 inches shorter than however long you want the finished garment to be. I'm assuming like I'm just kind of like doing it until the next step, and then I'm doing the next step. So I'm assuming it's some kind of like 1x1 rib, maybe on the bottom, some type of something. And I think it's gonna be like 2 inches. So I think that's why you gotta stop working stockinette 2 inches shorter than your ideal garment length. So 20, oh, 20 minus 2 is 18. Hold on, I'm measuring again. Hold on. I really, really, really don't want to have to keep knitting stockinette, but I need to double check some math here. I feel like I have to try this on, but I really don't want to try it on. But like, I watched so many knit creators on here that talk about like, if they make something that fits not quite right, they'll redo it. I don't think that's for me. I don't know, dude. If this isn't good, or like good enough, I'll be devastated. I thought I could stop now, but it's at 17 inches. And 20 minus 2 is 18, not 17. I thought I could get away with it, but I don't know if I can now. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna try this on. 2 seconds. It's hitting me where I want it to hit it. It's much longer in the back. But anyways, it fits fine. So now I'm gonna do the ribbing or whatever is next. Hi, welcome back to Knitting Scared. I finished the 1x1 rib at the bottom, and I bound off in pattern. But I know that like regular bind off is not as stretchy, so then I kind of tried to make it a little bit looser of a bind off so that it would have some stretch, but now it's like kind of wavy because I think it's too loose. I don't know, but it looks good if you pull on it. Maybe this is something that will be fixed in blocking. And blocking for me is kind of like a purgatory. That's like a running joke in my household, that something just needs to be blocked and then it'll be finished. Because I don't ever block. Ever. Maybe this will block out and not be wavy. Maybe it won't be wavy when I wear it and I won't have to block it. Also, this is cotton yarn. I think I need to do research about the different fiber types and how they typically react to blocking. You know, some stretch more than others, blah, blah, blah. So there's that. Also, now we're at the point in the pattern where apparently I have to pick up stitches around the neckline and do some type of finishing stitch. So now we're talking about pickup ratios, how to know how many stitches to pick up per stitches you have. And then number to number means how many pickup number per how many stitches you come across. So 1 to 1, you pick up 1 stitch for every 1 stitch. Okay. 1 to 1 on the back of the neckline, and then there's 20 stitches right here where I connected the front. 1 to 1 there as well. So for binding off in pattern, regular bind off, it's 1 to 1, 1 to 1, and then all along the edges here, it's the pickup ratio she recommends is 3 to 4. Pick up 3 stitches for every 4 stitches. Oh boy. Anyways, so hey, I'm scared about it, but hopefully it goes okay. Hopefully it goes all right. Here's a Googleable question. When you're talking about cord lengths, is it the tip of the needle? Or is it the part that attaches? I don't know. The kit I have came with 4 cord lengths, a small, 2 mediums that are the exact same size. I don't know what that's for. And then a large. I used the long one the whole time, I think. And then I had to go to the smaller one, the medium, for the ribbing. And now this is the small one. Is this perfect? It's much smaller, you know? But is that good? I don't know. It's kind of my only option. Also, I haven't mentioned this, but I really don't like weaving in my ends with knitting because there's a very weaving, okay? Sewing pieces together and also weaving in your ends with knitting is very specific. You have to do it a certain way in order to not be able to see the tails, or in order for the 2 pieces to seam together well. You have to do it a certain way. And then I just learned that it's called bones when you are seaming 2 pieces together and there's that like thick little chunk where they meet. Like there's not a way to make things seem totally effortlessly flat, like seamless. There's not a way. There probably is. I just don't know it. Everything is like jammed together, it feels like. Why did I bring that up? Once I'm done with the neckline, ribbing, finishing technique, whatever it's called, then I have to weave in all my ends. Even on like my little bag, my first bag that I made, I didn't specifically look up how to weave in ends on knit pieces because I've been weaving in ends on crochet pieces for forever. So I thought, transferable skill? No. No. You could see some of them and then I had to like, what the heck? Why can't you see this so well? And then, anyways, I still haven't looked it up because I just haven't. But I'm going to have to look that up on YouTube when I weave in these ends on this knit piece. It is exciting that there's constantly new things to learn. My goal is socks and a sweater. So it's nice that I'm not like fiddling around for no reason, and every single thing I make, I learn something. I've learned a lot of things just making this little tank top. And it's not over yet. And actually now I think I'm stalling. So I'm gonna start now. Wish me luck. Okay, I finished the binding on the neckline. And I haven't blocked it, and I haven't woven in the ends, and I look like I have Hermione hair and my craft room is messy, but here's where we are. I'm gonna show you. The bind off is okay. I don't know if like these 2 little holes are like my fault, or if it'll get better the more I practice picking up stitches. I'm not really sure. It lays flat. This is still kind of like wavy. The back is definitely longer than the front. So the next thing I need to learn how to do is how to make the back shorter than the front. But I like it. I need to block it and weave in the ends. But I just wanted to show what it looked like before blocking. And I have officially made a shirt, which is crazy. I need to be a big girl and leave the ends in and block it, actually, so. Time to do that. Hi, guess what I haven't done? Updated you. I was gonna do this whole thing about the blanket and blah, 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 but anyways, I finished the tank top and now I'm working on the blanket. So I'm just using the 6 colors, different thickness of stripes. It needs to be 4 feet long in total. So there you have it. And I'm just working on this forever. And I'll check back in later. Okay, bye. Wow. Okay, who knows how long it's been since I recorded, because I don't. I left off starting the baby blanket for my cousin. When was that? That was in the summer, August. The end of August, I went on a trip and I brought the baby blanket with me to work on. It's October. My cousin's due next week. So I need to mail the blanket, but I wanted to show it to you. Let me grab it. Okay, so I finished the blanket. I didn't record anything about it because it was so much math trying to make sure I had the right amount of yarn, because I was using scrap yarn and I had to, like, I'll just show you. The whole thing is not going to show up on camera because listen, I was going for more of like a bigger baby blanket, and it turned out to be like a much bigger baby blanket. So it's like fully like crib size, because this is how wide it is. Here it is. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. There it is. I think 6 different colors. And I did end up having to buy 1 ball of yarn because I wasn't anticipating to like this color so much, but I ran out of this speckly color. And I'm just obsessed with it. It's not bad, but it is definitely too wide. So here it is. That's cute. Anyways, here it is. This is the back. It's just stockinette. It's a stockinette blanket. And I did this for every color stripe. I did 2 rows, and then 2 rows of the background, 2 rows of the contrast color, 2 rows of background, and then all the center parts of the stripes are all different widths. I just thought that would look good. I don't know. But fading in and out of the color stripes is all just 2 rows. So then I had to do some math and figure out how much yarn does it take to make these last 2 rows, which I mean is 4 rows total, so that I could knit the main stripe part and then stop with enough left to knit the 2 colors, because I was using scraps. So that took a little bit to figure out, but in the end it was fine. I think it's really cute and it's very comfortable. It's just cotton yarn. I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. She does live in a warmer climate. She lives in California. I didn't want to send like a wool blanket or anything. Plus I love cotton. I didn't want to send something that would be difficult to take care of. I think cotton is going to be very easy to take care of. Anyways, made the blanket, love the blanket. First blanket I've knit. My daughter has requested a blanket just like this, different colors, obviously. So I really liked it. So it's a very nice little cotton blanket. Big fan. I knit 3 more things for my cousin's baby because, are you kidding me? How could I not? Firstly, I knit this hat. It's just a 2x2 rib hat. Yeah, this is a free pattern on Ravelry. I'm at that point in my Ravelry journey where every time I'm searching for any sort of pattern, I'm deliberately searching for a free pattern. I just don't even show me things I have to pay for. Hey, back on track. This is the Ribster hat by Mariana Mel on Ravelry. Free pattern, 2x2 rib. Oh, and then I did like a flat seaming on the back. Do I love the way that this looks? I don't know. It really disrupts the pattern of the 2x2 rib, but it's flat. Like, I mean, as you can see just from this upturned, it looks the same on the front and the back. I've sewed a hat together before where it makes like the bone, and I really didn't like that, and I didn't understand that if you sew it all together and there's a bone on the inside, and once you flip it you can see the bone on the outside, and I really don't like that. So plus, if this part is going on the back of baby's head, I just want it to be flat and comfortable, even though it doesn't, maybe it's not the most aesthetically pleasing portion, that it's totally different from the rest of it, but hopefully it'll be on the back and it'll be comfortable because it's flat. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. The pattern's measurements, I think, are based on when it's stretched out, and I wanted this hat to be able to fit for a long time, to be kind of a versatile piece, and because it's ribbed, you know, it will be able to stretch out and grow with baby. So when the ribs are all compact together like this, I think it's like a 3-month size. It fits the measurements for 3 months. I just Googled like hat age measurements so I could get a breakdown of all the different head circumferences and lengths by age. When it's all scrunched up like this, I think it'll fit a 3-month based on the size, but my 8-year-old daughter can fit this when it's fully stretched out. So anyways, especially with the brim folded down eventually, like, I mean, it would fit me. So fully stretched out, this will fit for like 10 years, truly. And that's really what I wanted. I really wanted a versatile hat. So there you have it. Anyways, so I knit this in cotton yarn. I knit everything in cotton yarn, and I think I used either a 4 or 4.5 millimeter needle. Part of the reason why I wanted to use all the same yarn, never mind like all cotton yarn, but all the same kind of cotton yarn, is so that I could just send one. I saved one label. I'm going to send one label with the whole package, and they'll all have the same washing instructions, care instructions. So, I mean, the hat matches the blanket. It's the same yarn. So, yellow ribster hat. So then I made the Oh Baby Cardi by Roberta Rich. Free pattern on Ravelry. I used this spunky yarn because I just thought it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, stop it. I mean, stop it. I did have to scrounge around in my parents' house to find this old like case of color coordinated buttons that I made when I was a child. I was really into color coordination my whole life, including these buttons. So I did scrounge around and I found the button case. So I put these like tortoiseshell buttons on. This was really fun to knit. It really was. It was just so sweet. I knit the newborn size, but my gauge was a little bit like bigger than their gauge, but I was fine with that, just like a little. So I think it would fit a 3-month baby too. I think it's like a little bit too big for a newborn, but will hopefully fit 3 months. I definitely think it'll. So it's a little big. Anyways, so you can cuff the sleeves and then uncuff the sleeves to get a little bit more wear out of this. Plus it's a cardigan. It's just so precious. I love. Last thing. So sorry. This is taking forever. French Macaroon by The Noble Thread. Cute pattern. Cute. This one is knit flat in 2 pieces. It's like a boat neck sweater. Stop it. This one I knit the 3 to 6 month size. It's definitely more like on the 6 month side because my gauge was a little off, but I'd rather have things be a little too big, especially for a pullover sweater. I had seen on YouTube a lot of moms talking about how cardigans or open front garments were better for babies because when they're little, because you don't have to like pull something over their head, and that it was better if it was on the bigger side if you had to pull something over their head. So I just wanted to knit it. Honestly, like I don't really care if the baby never wears it, you know what I mean? Like I have no expectation for any of these things. Once they get sent off, it's like not my business. But I just wanted to, like, I've done my part showing how much I love and care. by knitting something for the baby. You know what I mean? And then once I've done my part, the rest isn't up to me. So if baby never wears this, I understand, and that's totally okay. But isn't it so precious? So again, I'm obsessed with this buckle yarn. I feel kind of bad for using it so much, but I just think it's so cute. And then since the antique gold perfectly matched the speckles in this one, I wanted to use it as the main body color. God, that is cute. And then it just has like one button in the back so that you can get it over baby's head. How did I sew this together? Oh, I did a cast off method to sew the top of the shoulder together. So you like put the stitches on hold on the one panel, and when you finish the other panel, then you just, oh, it's called like a three stitch bind off or something, three something bind off. But really it's a cast off like method where you just, it wasn't that hard. It really wasn't hard. YouTube is my friend for everything. If there's something that pops up and I don't know what I'm doing, I just YouTube it, and always I can find what I'm doing. And then I did the flat, I wish I could remember the name of what I'm talking about, but there is some type of sewing method where it's flat. And this is a garter stitch, and you can kind of see it here. You have to sew together under the arm and down the body. So you can kind of see, just like on the hat, this is the part that was sewn together, but it's like it's a flat, it's no bones, it's flat, so that when you cuff it, I just didn't want something to where you would be able to see a bone when it's cuffed or uncuffed. So I just did the flat method again. Is it perfect? No, never claimed that it was. Plus it's like under the arm. It'll be fine. I just wanted it to be comfortable for baby. So there you have it. Those are my 4 knit baby garments. Thank you for joining me. I'm sure this was long. Thank you for sticking with. If you're still here, love. I'll see you in the next one. And now I have to cast on something new. Feels good. My whip bag, actually. My whip graveyard bag is looking at me, screaming at me in the corner. But there's no knit projects in that bag. It's all crochet. And I don't want to crochet right now. I want to knit. So, we'll see. Okay, bye.